My name is Bill Weiser, and I'm proud to serve as Chief of CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department. Working alongside me is an immensely strong team of firefighters and support personnel. This last year, we responded to over 170,000 calls for service. However, that all happened outside our stations. The Firehouse Gourmet will showcase life inside the firehouse as we train, live, and work together in our home away from home. Now let's see what's cooking in the firehouse.
Brought to you by Gelato Granucci and Reverse Mortgage Works.
Red Jeep Tours would like to introduce you to the heroes of CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department. Welcome to the Firehouse Gourmet.
You must be Lori.
I am.
I'm Justin. I'm the captain here at Station 55.
So nice to meet you, Justin. I'm really excited to be here.
And we're excited to have you.
I see you have a bighorn sheep here. What is the significance of that?
So bighorn sheep are native here to the Coachella Valley. They're up in the hills all around the area and up in the preserve up above Palm Desert. Having the statue out front is just one of the ways that the city likes to commemorate the culture and the heritage of this area.
I'm really excited to find out what's cooking in the kitchen today.
So am I.
All right, let's get cooking.
Let's do it. So Lori, this is Division Chief Mike Beverlin. He's going to be our head chef today.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Looking forward to doing some cooking.
Yes, me too.
You want to meet the sous chefs?
I do.
Excellent. This is firefighter paramedic John Nunez. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And firefighter paramedic Tom Eldridge.
Lori, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, you guys, she's going to help you out. I'll be back for dinner.
Bye-bye.
Okay, All right, so let's talk about what we're going to have for dinner. So we're going to make some sausage and shrimp jambalaya and homemade Caesar salad.
That sounds fantastic. Now, is this your personal favorite recipe?
This is a Firehouse favorite. First, what we're going to do is start prepping the bread for the homemade croutons. Why don't you make some room there for Lori, and she can start dicing up some of the bell peppers for the jambalaya.
Why, thank you. So we're making a jambalaya.
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds so good. Is this your recipe, or is this something that has just,
You know, it's probably a standard recipe, and then we put a little Palm Desert, Indian Wells, Rancho Mirage flair on it with, instead of green bell peppers, it's yellow and red for a little more attractiveness. Always hungry with the eyes first, right?
Yes, it's always great to have lots of color in your recipes. So tell me about this station. We're in Indian Wells, Station 55.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your specialty here? What do you do at this?
So this station has a fire engine and 2 ambulances. One ambulance belongs to Indian Wells and one ambulance belongs to Palm Desert. And the ambulance program in the Cove communities is a pretty big deal. The citizens really like having their firefighters taking care of them in the ambulance. All right, so with these bell peppers, let's get them a little bit smaller so that they get nice and tender.
You like them like confetti?
Yeah,
Or not quite that
I think
small?
that size is great.
Now, I'm not very familiar with jambalaya. Tell me a little bit about the history of it and how you make it.
So jambalaya, I think, probably came from the Cajun area of the country, and it's a rice dish, and usually it has what they call the Cajun Trinity, which is bell peppers, onions, and celery, and that goes into the main dish with rice, stewed tomatoes, and usually some kind of smoked sausage, and then, of course, if it's from the Gulf Coast there's going to be some shrimp in there. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Now, how long have you been at this station?
Well, so I don't actually work at a station anymore. I'm just in charge of an area, but I've been working in this division for going on 3 years now.
So you oversee the stations?
I oversee the stations, yes ma'am.
And how many stations do you oversee?
So I oversee 12 stations and about 19 pieces of equipment a day. And there's roughly 145 firefighters on all that equipment throughout the week.
That's impressive. How many calls do you think that equals?
I think we're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 a day between all the stations.
Wow. Do you do a lot of cooking here, Tom, at the station?
I do. We all try to have a cook day where we throw whatever personal recipe or whatever we feel we want to eat for that day. So yeah, we do a lot of stuff. A lot of barbecuing. Mostly a lot of barbecuing because that's easy to maintain if we're running calls.
Sure.
So we can just get out there and throw something on. If a piece of equipment's out on a call, then another piece of equipment here can continue cooking.
Right.
Tradition in the fire service kind of evolves around cooking. There's a lot of things that make this job very appealing to people. It's a family-oriented, sit around the table, you know, cure all the world's problems at the table. But that's where it kind of starts at for these young firefighters like John. He's going to learn that we sit at this table a lot, and we do a lot of discussing of things, and it keeps us tight as a family. As firefighters, when we go out onto some of these incidents, we're trusting each other that we're going to save each other's life possibly.
Right.
So to be able to sit at the table and be able to deal with our differences and come together as a crew, those are some of the most important things. And quite frankly, that's what draws a lot of people to this job.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense. So you probably spend just as much time, if not more, with this family than you do with your other family.
Yes, ma'am. We spend a lot of time here, and then a lot of times the families come together. So, you know, holidays, birthdays, it's not like an 8 to 5, so folks are stuck at work. You know, fire engines and ambulances can't take a day off. So these folks have to stay at work, and so on those kind of days, we invite their families over. So it's their fire family and then their home family, and we're all together, and it's pretty cool.
As a battalion chief, I like the fact that I get to organize multiple resources that are on scene of an emergency incident. I get to order additional resources to support these folks that are mitigating the incident. So I get the satisfaction of the overall well-being, health, wellness, and safety of the guys doing the tactical job. I'm Josh Jansen, and I'm a firefighter.
I got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
Looking for a safe and fun outdoor adventure? Then let Palm Springs world-famous Red Jeep Tours transport you to a desert wonderland. Choose from a variety of exciting adventures. Journey through the bones of the earth on our signature San Andreas Fall Tour at our private and exclusive Metate Ranch. Explore narrow-walled slot canyons, a natural palm oasis, and learn about local Native American culture. Red Jeep Tours, offering experiences that engage, educate, and entertain since 1988.
If you'd like to join thousands of people living better with the all-new lower-cost reverse or retirement mortgage, call Mark and Brian with Reverse Mortgage Works. We are local, licensed, certified professionals. Call to receive your free quote and learn about a retirement mortgage today.
Hi, I'm Jan, and welcome to Kitchen Kitchen. When you first walk in, you're going to notice the wonderful aroma of our gourmet coffees. Peruse the well-stocked shelves filled with those unique and hard-to-find items, and check out our wide selection of bakeware, barware, and barbecue, as well as our full line of quality cookware, cutlery, and gadgets galore. We also offer knife and scissor sharpening, so you can shop while we sharpen. Need a gift? We have it for everyone on your list, and even offer beautiful complimentary gift wrap. Follow me into the kitchen, where we hold the cooking classes and private events. You may even catch a demo of our best-selling gadgets, such as the square egg press, the pineapple slicer, the apple peeler, the electric rotato, and my personal favorite, the chopper. Stop by Kitchen Kitchen today. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1979. So come on into Kitchen Kitchen. Hope to see you soon.
So we're gonna stew our own tomatoes instead of using canned tomatoes. So we'll get these all prepped for that. And the way that looks is that you, after of course we wash them, we'll take the core out.
Do you want me to help?
Sure.
So tell me your secret to coring these tomatoes.
So we basically just take our long skinny knife and drive it around at an angle to take the core out.
And then,
And it just comes on out.
well, sure, ideally. Oh, I did it.
Perfect. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a little score so that when they don't explode when we put them into the boiling water.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll take them.
There you go. I'm getting pretty good at this.
Lori, would you hand me those spring onions?
All right.
Thank you.
Mike, I was going to show these to you. Those look good. Or do you want them a little bit more or less?
A little more oil.
A little more oil?
Good flavor though.
Okay.
This is a pretty nifty machine.
It really is. I haven't seen anything like that before.
I need to get one just like this. How often does it happen that you're in the middle of cooking and you get a call?
Every day.
Every day. So let's say a call does go off and you have to leave, do your call and come back. How long does that usually take?
Well, I mean, it really depends on what the type of call is, the location. So, you know, the first role that these guys will have is to make sure that they turn off all the cooking stuff to make sure that the fire station doesn't burn down. 80% of our call volume in this area is medical aids, so usually those go pretty quickly. I would say, you know, probably for the engine guys, they're probably back within 30 minutes if it's kind of close in the area. And then for the ambulance, since they have to transport to the hospital, it's more like an hour and 10 minutes, something like that.
What do you find the most common injury is for people when they're, you know, in their homes? Something that people can kind of watch out for and prepare for.
Well, I think the majority of preventable things is just to make sure that your house is in order. So, you know, tripping hazards, those sort of things tend to, you know, cause a lot of call volume, and they're totally preventable. Much like on the fire side of things, people having smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors and those sort of things really keep people safe, and they're quite overlooked. Nationally, there's a lot of fatalities involved with structure fires that were preventable because people could have had smoke detectors and didn't, especially in children.
Wow, you would have thought that in this day and age that most people would have those.
You know, the first time you're at home on Thanksgiving and you burn something, the first thing that happens is the smoke detector goes off and you take the batteries out, and then you know, you forget about it. Okay, so we're gonna put these tomatoes in to get them stewed, and what the goal is to cook them for about 90 seconds or so, maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
Then we'll put them into this ice bath, and then once they cool down, they'll be easy to peel. So nobody has to eat the peel.
So the water's already boiling and you're just throwing them in.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a full boil you have it on, or is it just?
It's just kind of a little boil.
Okay, because you don't want to overboil your tomatoes.
We don't want to overcook the tomatoes. It'll take away the taste that we're trying to get into the jambalaya. So have you ever had jambalaya before?
I have not.
Okay, this is gonna be cool.
This is my first time.
So it's not going to be the you know, authentic Cajun kind, because we're kind of doing it up a little bit California style, but it's still gonna be delicious.
I'm really looking forward to it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the sausage in, and what we're hoping to do is get some nice brown.
Ooh, I'll help.
Yeah.
So we don't have to put any butter or oil or anything in it?
Nope, there's enough fat content in the sausage that should do the trick.
Mike, how many cloves of garlic do you want pasted up for the dressing? 2?
Yeah, 2. In the meantime, what we could do while that's cooking is we could start dealing with these.
And the idea of putting them in the ice bath is so that they don't overcook?
Yeah, it stops the cooking process, so what we don't want to do is have the texture of the tomato or the taste of the tomato be boiled out of them, basically.
Right.
So I'll show you how we're going to do this. Is basically you just take the tomato and you just rub your thumb against it and take the peel off.
All right, let's see if I can give it a try here.
All right.
I like being a firefighter because it's like being a professional athlete of a bunch of different sports, and the fire station's like a clubhouse, but even better because you live with your team all the time, and you cook good food, and you have even more fun than you would have at a regular game. I'm Craig Knight, and I'm a firefighter.
When you think of Palm Springs, you think of sunshine, palms, and beautiful backyard pools. Let Sunny Palm Pool Service take the worry out of maintaining the most important pool around, yours. Sunny Palm Pool Service offers concierge service for your pool or spa. Top quality and reliable maintenance and repairs. Sunny Palm Pool Service. We'll do the work. You do the relaxing. Call Rod at 760-333-4804.
Bobby Botina's Mexican and American Grill, coming soon to the river in Rancho Mirage. Lunch, happy hour, dinner, and evening entertainment. Bobby Botina's, coming soon to the river in Rancho Mirage.
Welcome to Gelato Granucci, the little shop with the big flavors.
Gelato Granucci's brilliant flavor designers combine only the finest quality ingredients to make unique flavors fresh every day. Flavors like Amarena Sour Cherry, Tiramisu, and Joshua Tree Coffee. We have gelato cakes, gelato cannoli, pops, and pints to go. Located on North Palm Canyon in downtown Palm Springs. Gelato Granucci. Come experience the art of gelato.
Hello, I'm Carlos King. My passion is designing fabulous homes. I work closely with my clients to achieve the look and feel that matches their vision. My greatest satisfaction is the wow factor, when my clients see our finished project. Let me translate your dreams into a visual reality. Call me at 760-880-9987.
The Firehouse Gourmet thanks Red Jeep Tours for bringing closed captioning to the hearing impaired.
Okay, Mike, we have our cheese, anchovies, mustard, salt, pepper, lemon juice, and garlic paste. Do you need that paste more, or will that
Yeah, no, that needs to be smaller.
Okay, very well.
So we'll do just put the garlic and the anchovies together, and a little bit of salt, a little bit of Parmesan in there, chop it up real fine, grind it up like we talked about.
All right, perfect. You know what would work with this one? This cool little grinder.
I think it would.
We should wash this.
So how do you want these tomatoes chopped
So
up?
we'll just slice them directly in half,
Okay.
and then put it down on its side there, and then just chop them up and I don't know, yeah, like maybe 3 the other way.
All right.
Yeah, that works.
Ready for the tomatoes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Woo.
Very good. Got the sausage just about done.
We have the sausage, the tomatoes. We throw all those in the pan.
Yep.
Quite the process.
Yeah.
So this is the Trinity.
This is the Cajun Trinity. Onions, bell peppers, celery. So one of our ambulance is rolling to a call right now. Luckily, we have another one, and that's what the one these guys are on. So we're just gonna let that cook up for a bit, and then we'll dump that in the pot. We'll do the other ones. Once it all goes into this pan, then it's like 20 minutes and we're done. So
Okay.
we're almost there.
Do you generally cook so that you have leftovers, or is it usually just get demolished?
Generally speaking, there's usually leftovers, and you always cook a little extra because you never know who's going to come in at the time. Sometimes sheriff deputies will come in and need some food or whatever, so we always make a little bit extra. And then what I particularly like about this dish is in the morning, put a little bit, heat it up, and then do a runny yolk egg on top.
Oh, that sounds so
Yeah.
good. I'm hearing a lot of calls coming in. How do you differentiate which calls for you and which is for stations, other stations
So
around?
when you heard the tones go off, the beep, 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 that means there's a call for this station. All the other traffic is for somebody else.
Okay.
Okay, Lori, so the vegetables are done. We're just going to add the rest of them into the jambalaya pot.
It already smells so good.
Well, that's the idea. All right. And we'll add in our rinsed rice.
Now tell me why you rinse it.
So that takes away some of the starch, and what that does is make the rice much more fluffy in the end.
Does it give it less carbs?
I'm sorry?
I said, does it give it less carbs?
No.
Okay. I tried.
So we're just going to stir this up a little bit. This spatula's no good.
Did you put equal parts broth and rice, or just fill it till it?
So it's generally speaking 2 cups of broth for every cup of rice.
All right.
Okay, so then what we now have is the completed jambalaya mixture. Now we just got to throw in some seasonings and put it onto the burner works. So we're going to use a little cayenne pepper.
Give it a little kick.
Yes, ma'am. A little bit of crushed red pepper. A little paprika. Just a pinch. And then we got some Creole seasoning. We'll throw in 2 bay leaves. We will give it a stir, and then we'll bring it up to a boil.
How long does it have to simmer after you bring it to a boil?
Usually about just shy of 20 minutes. Okay. So
When does the shrimp go in?
last.
Just to cook it at the end?
Yes, ma'am. It probably takes no less than 5 minutes, and they don't get overdone. All right, so while this is simmering, let's take you out and show you some of the equipment.
This ambulance is like a moving hospital room.
Yes, Lori, it sure is. We're going to demonstrate how we take care of a patient heading to the hospital.
All right. Well, thanks for the lift.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally.
Have to go up more?
All right. Hands and feet at the right at all times.
I'm ready.
There you have it.
You have a lot of equipment in here.
We sure do. This is basically an ER on wheels. As you said, it's a moving hospital, and rightfully so. Anything that the ER can do, we can do on scene to stabilize a patient and to get them to the doctor where they can get more in-depth, extensive care. There are some things that we can do that are limited, but for the majority of the time, we can treat a patient prior to even them arriving to the ER.
And a lot of times we get asked, why is the fire engine with us on a medical call? Well, if you've ever been to an emergency room and you've seen how many people they use, doctors, nurses, techs, 14 or 15 to handle an emergency, we're doing the same things. The fire engine has the same capabilities as the ambulance other than transport.
When Justin arrives to the engine with myself and my partner on this piece of equipment, and we do have a critical patient, I can look at Justin, who is also a paramedic, by the way, and tell him, I'm going to take your whole engine crew and we're leaving. He gives us a nod and we're off to the races. We're going code 3 to whatever hospital is designated at that time that we need to go to, whether it's a trauma and we're taking them to Palm Springs, whether it's a stroke or a heart attack that we're taking to over here at Eisenhower. It's a numbers game. The more people we have back here, the more work we can get done to help that patient survive their incident.
I love being a firefighter because it's the only job that I look forward to going to work every morning. I wake up, I get to hang out with a bunch of great people, my brothers, my sisters. It's an amazing job. I'm Michael Hendricks, and I'm a firefighter.
Restore Health Disease Reversal can help us to a healthier lifestyle.
Restore Health is a personalized health service that will help you get back to living better. We work closely with you to create a plan that best suits your goals and needs for a happier, healthier lifestyle. So when you choose to restore your health, give us a call.
Take control of your life with Restore Health.
When you think of Palm Springs, you think of sunshine, palms, and beautiful backyard pools. Let Sunny Palm Pool Service take the worry out of maintaining the most important pool around, yours. Sunny Palm Pool Service offers concierge service for your pool or spa. Top quality and reliable maintenance and repairs. Sunny Palm Pool Service. We'll do the work. You do the relaxing. Call Rod at 760-333-4804.
If you'd like to join thousands of people living better with the all-new lower-cost reverse or retirement mortgage, call Mark and Brian with Reverse Mortgage Works. We are local, licensed, certified professionals. Call to receive your free quote and learn about a retirement mortgage today.
I got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
So while John is prepping this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to drizzle the dressing around the edge of the bowl here.
Wow, what a technique.
I know, I learned it from Bobby Flay.
Ah.
Once you start adding, mixing, everything gets coated evenly instead of dumping a glob of dressing on. And we're just gonna, once we get a good stir going, and get all the lettuce coated, then we can start adding the salt, or the pepper, the croutons.
Any competition between you guys as far as who the best chef is, or?
Yes and no. We all kind of enjoy other people's stuff and what they can create and what they can come up with. There are some meals that are better than others, we'll be honest. I'll be honest, I've made some really...
But we're not talking any names right now, is that it?
So basically, just like everything else, we're going to season each individual component. So we're just going to put a little Creole seasoning on the shrimp. Some cayenne pepper. A bit of pepper. Salt. Okay, it's all ready to go. We're just going to dump it into the pot. Let it cook. Dig in, dudes.
Oh, thank you.
All right. This is fantastic. Great job, everyone. Thanks for inviting me in and showing me your station. This has been quite a pleasure. Chief, you are a Firehouse Gourmet.
I'll take it.